If you've been hanging around Woodland's church social media pages lately, you've seen how we are exploring the factual side of the resurrection of Jesus. So far, we are discovering two facts that are agreed on by Christian and skeptical scholars alike. Here's the thing. Fact one is that Jesus died by crucifixion. This claim is attested to throughout the Bible and in outside sources like Josephus' writings. Now, fact two is that the tomb was empty. Now, not only did the early Christians claim the tomb was empty, but those who sought to discredit Christianity early on indirectly admitted that the tomb was empty. Furthermore, logic tells us that the whole Christian movement would have easily been defeated if someone simply exhumed the body, showing that Jesus had not risen. Now, facts 3, 4, and 5, again, attested to by skeptical and Christian scholars, they all have to do with testimonies of people who claim that Jesus appeared to them alive, flesh and blood, eating, drinking, having conversations after his death. So, fact 3 is that Jesus' disciples believed he rose and appeared to them. These are Jesus' friends. But here's the thing, 9 independent sources from the first century established that claim and that they truly believed it. Fact 4 is that one of Jesus' enemies claimed the same thing, that Jesus appeared to him just like the disciples. This is Paul, who was well known for his persecution of Christians. But the historic evidence tells us that the man who was an enemy of Jesus suddenly became a follower of Jesus because he appeared in person to him on the way from Jerusalem to Damascus. Fact 5 is one of Jesus' skeptics. His brother, James, believed that Jesus appeared to him as well. Now, James is mentioned in the Bible several times, first as a skeptic of Jesus, and later as a pillar of the early church in Jerusalem. Josephus, the first century historian, provides a lot of details here. He wrote about James being killed by Ananus, the high priest, in the year 62 AD for being a leader of the church. How did James go from a skeptic to a pillar of the church and then a martyr? Well, he believed Jesus was resurrected and appeared to him, and this provided evidence that Jesus, James's brother, was really who he said he was. So the testimonies of Jesus' friends, an enemy, and a skeptic are all attested to in history. Now imagine if this was a court case and the defendant had his friends testify on his behalf. They might tell the truth, but you know what? They might have cause to lie as well. But what if the defendant's enemy gets up and testifies on his behalf? Well, that would be even stronger evidence, and if they match, even better. As we consider the evidence for the resurrection, these testimonies are convincing because these individuals would never have conspired together to lie. And yet their testimonies all point to Jesus being raised from the dead.